I started receiving phone calls from a number that didn't exist, and each call showed a new scene of my life, moments before they happened. It all began on a quiet Wednesday evening when I received a call from an unfamiliar number. The screen displayed a string of numbers that didn't match any area code or format I recognized. The call was missed, so I decided to check the voicemail later. When I listened to the message, I was startled. It wasn't just a random voicemail. It was a recording of my own voice, narrating a scene I was about to experience that evening. It described in detail my upcoming dinner plans, the exact order I would receive at the restaurant, and even the specific conversation I would have with my friend. At first I thought it was a prank or some sort of elaborate scam. But the next day, I received another call from the same mysterious number. This time the voicemail described my entire workday, including a surprise meeting and a conversation with my boss that hadn't happened yet. And again, it all came true exactly as described. The calls continued, each one predicting future events with eerie accuracy. They became more personal, detailing intimate moments and private interactions. I tried to ignore the unsettling nature of these messages, but the predictions kept coming, each one more precise than the last. One evening, I received a call that left me shaken. The voicemail described a scene in my home, a confrontation with a figure that would come to my door, seeking something. I was warned that this figure was dangerous and that I should be prepared. As the predicted time approached, I became increasingly anxious. I checked the locks, looked through the peephole, and even called the police for reassurance. The doorbell rang at the exact time mentioned in the voicemail, sending my heart racing. I opened the door cautiously and found nothing but an empty package on the doorstep. It was a plain box with no return address. Trembling, I brought it inside and opened it to find an old, dusty phone. Attached to it was a note that read, "Your time is running out." The moment I touched the phone, it rang. I answered, and a familiar voice spoke. My own voice, but with a cold, mechanical tone. It narrated scenes from my own future, each one becoming more disturbing. The final scene described my own death in vivid detail, and the date was alarmingly close. Panicked, I tried to trace the number but found no information. I destroyed the phone and attempted to escape from the ominous predictions. Yet, the calls persisted. They became less frequent, but more ominous, always predicting something terrible. Eventually, the calls stopped, but the sense of dread never left me. I moved to a new city, changed my phone number, and tried to put the past behind me. However, I can't shake the feeling that the calls were just a glimpse into something darker, a reminder that someone, or something, was always watching, waiting to predict the next chapter of my life.